and welcome to watch a new Chronicles of Vaeltaja in Search of the Great Wanderer video. Today I wanna show you some new stuff that I've been adding to this game, and I can say that this is a whole new game now. A lot has happened since the last video, and let's start with the skill system. So I've made some changes to the skill system. For example, now stats have much more effect all around. For example, now stamina affects to hit points, and for example, perception and agility affects the range damage, like with bows and crossbows and stuff like that. And I've also made this character class skill for every class. For example, for the main character is guide skill. And this means that when you put points to guide skill, it will open the ability to learn new skills that you can use in battles. And there's a little bit difference between classes. Like for example, mage has now two of these class skills. One is Warlock and the other one is Wizard. And this means that when you put points to Warlock, it will give you the ability to learn certain elemental spells, like fire spells and wind spells and water spells and stuff like that. But if you put points to Wizard skill, it will open a path for different spells, like lightning spells and spells that manipulate like time, like haste and stuff like that. Also, the priest has two class skills, healer and saint. Healer, of course, grants the ability to learn healing spells, different kind of, and saint gives ability to learn different kind of spells, like spells that boosts defense and stuff like that. And for each character I've also added resilience and channeling. Resilience adds hit points, and channeling adds energy points, which are used when a character uses his abilities, like healing spells or some battle spells. And let's see. For some reason, I think it's because of the plugin that I'm using, that when you add points to resilience, it doesn't immediately show here in hit points, even though it registers it. You have to go outside of the menu and then go back to it to see the change. I'm trying to find a fix for that, but I still haven't find it, so I hope it will happen in the future. Okay, so another new thing is these character sprites. They now have side profiles and animation for moving. And then there is this day and night cycle, which affects a lot of things. For example, when night gets darker, the town will get more quieter, and different characters will appear at different times. But yeah, now the town looks a little bit different with these new character sprites. And here, let's see a little bit about the cathedral now. Okay, and let's move on. Another big change is that when I added the day and night cycle, I was starting to push the limits of RPG Maker, and therefore I had to make some adjustments to the game world. I had to split the areas so it wouldn't be so heavy, and to keep the performance better. So, if you remember, there used to be a graveyard, and now it's gone. Well, not entirely. It has just changed its place to another region. And at the moment, this Twin Falls main area is split into 5 different areas. And here's the cemetery. And it has gotten bigger. There's more gravestones and stuff like that. Some trees here and there. And this cemetery area also has this forest area. And I've added lots of secrets and stuff like that to find, and some new mechanics like treasure digging. That means that if you have a shovel, each time you step on a place where you can dig, you will have this message, and then you can choose to dig or not. So here I found 45 coins. And I've also made some editing to graphics. As you can see, butterflies doesn't have any more that black outline. Same goes with enemies and NPCs. Okay, let's move to the next area. There are still some enemy mobs missing, because at the moment I'm making some balancing to enemies and adjusting the enemy mobs that you will face. So here is some bats flying. Here's blacksmith's house, but he's not there, not yet. You have to reach some point in the main story to get him appear to his house. So he has some sweet stuff to sell, weapons and armors. That would be a little bit too good for the beginning, so Alright, and here is the beach area of Twin Falls. And I've added also, I don't know if you can hear it, but footstep sounds for different grounds. Oh yes, let's see, secret staff of coins. So there's also fake walls. Defender's ring and 200 coins. And there are quite a lot these invisible walls that will hide secrets and other nice stuff. Alright, let's move to the next area. So I try to wait that day would turn into night, so I could show that day and night cycle. So if you have watched my earlier video where I made this Twin Falls tour, you will notice that this is much bigger now. There are much more places to find and stuff like that. Well, maybe we don't fight with those guys yet. And once again, for some reason, when I'm using Share X to record this video, it tanks my performance. Frame rate is much better without it. Let's fight some bats while waiting. Let's see how it goes with auto battle. Because one thing I noticed from the feedback I got from the demo version is that it was hard. And well, I'm the one to blame for that, because especially the first versions of the demo had really vague explanations how things work, so it seemed to cause a lot of confusion, and I fixed that with better explanations for skills and stuff like that. As they are now explanations, I will tweak them and rewrite them to be a little bit more informative. And I'm also writing a PDF manual and instructions, as I really want to avoid making a tutorial, some forced tutorials. Of course, I will put some characters in the game world to give some explanations for stuff, but I really want to avoid explanations for NPCs that would tell stuff like that if you put points to strength you will hit harder or something like that, because that would be well, it can kill the immersion for some people. I really want things to be consistent, that when you are in the game world, you feel like you are there. Okay, let's see how long I have to just walk around here and kill some time. Okay, let's go see if we could get some side quests from the town we could do while waiting. And yeah, one thing I wanted to say that there's also going to be some sort of fast travel system that you can unlock at a certain point of the game, because it can definitely get frustrating to walk around each time you have to reach some place. But it won't be open in the beginning. You have to advance in the story to get that transporting system to activate. And some might guess that those big floating crystals play a part in it. It's not activated yet, so it's a giant floating crystal. It seems that I have to make some changes. But okay, now it's evening. And as you can see, when the evening comes, these torches will lit to light the way. And now it will get even darker. And you can also use torch or lanterns to lit your way. At evening it really doesn't help that much yet, because it's not that dark, but let's see when the night gets darker. And let's take a look at the town. I wonder if the guy that I was thinking about getting that side quest, he has went his home. So now here's fewer people around, and torches have lit also here. And it also, the day and night cycle also affects places like inn. So earlier this guy wasn't here, but now he is walking around with his beer. Restless guy. And here's another one. Let's continue. Soon it should get more darker, and then we can see properly how the lantern will help. And this day and night cycle will change other things too. I haven't implemented everything yet, but for example, the enemy mobs will be harder, or at least there will be more enemies when you encounter them at night time. Alright. Also the loading time seems to be a little bit longer when using this share axe. Yeah, and cemetery has a gate now. I really wish the night would get darker, as I think this is one of my favorite views at the night time. I think it's very atmospheric when night gets darker and there's more fog and stuff. I think the castle looks pretty sweet in the night time. Let's go to another area while waiting. And most of these new areas have 2 or 3 entry points. Oh yeah, one thing that is a little bit weird is that at night time, when you get the battle background, it shows daytime, and there might be a way to fix it, but I'm not quite sure yet. I really haven't got the time to look into it yet, as there's been a lot of other stuff I have had to do, and there's still a lot of stuff I have to do before the release. And oh yeah, some of you might already know that I've given the date for the early access. So the early access starts October 10th, so it's less than a month away. I try to avoid those bandits, cause I don't want to mess up fight or anything, so I had to reload the game. Come on, night. I guess we can go here first. Also, it takes some time. Just please be patient. Oh, there's chest. Okay, now it's getting darker. So let's head back before that bat attacks us. But as you can see, now the lantern is quite helpful. And one thing that you may have noticed is that skyboxes are quite bland at the moment. The reason for that is that I'm testing this game also with NVIDIA's 3D vision, and at the moment if I use clouds, they will be at screen depth, so it will cause a little bit problems. But this normal version will have clouds and stuff like that in the skyboxes for the release, and I will release kind of like two different versions of the game, one for all those 3D vision fans and one for regular monitors. But anyway, this is quite atmospheric. I think the day and night cycle adds quite a lot to this game. And one thing I will show you now is that when you go to the town at night time, you can't enter any shop. Inns are open and bar is open, but shops will close their doors. Yeah, closed until morning. Except, I wonder yeah, this was the only shop that is open at night time. But yeah, it's for members only, so you have to find the membership card from somewhere. But this has also quite nice atmosphere, especially now that I turned the lantern off. And I think I want to show you one more area that I haven't showed before in these videos. And it's there are a couple of places where that day and night cycle doesn't affect, because they are kind of like these magical places that, well, you could say that they have their own time or something like that. And the place I want to show you, it's called Witchcrow, and it plays a part in a couple of quests. For example, if you want a witch in your party, you have to do something here. But you have to, well, you have to kind of like find a way to open that quest, because it's not that obvious. I wonder if my characters are good enough. Well, maybe I can. Let's put some points here so we will be strong enough. maybe we have a chance. And some enemies are weaker against certain spells, like for example that curse tree. If you use fire spell, they are more effective than some other spells. Now of course they all go for my healer. But as you can see, the battle is now more balanced. Lucky hit, but it still can give some hard time. But at least now you have a fighting chance. Well. And if you want to talk with animals or trees, there's also a skill called nature speech, which is needed. I don't have enough points in it to talk with that tree, but there are stuff like that. I haven't made side profiles for those trees yet, so it will turn to the direction that you are, but that will change. So, quite a lot has happened since the last video, and there's still a lot of new stuff coming. And I'm really excited to let you finally get to play this game. And when you play it, you will notice that the demo version, if you have tried it, was more like this light version of this game. And this oh, there's a sticking spot. It also had 45 coins because I haven't yet put all the treasures in their right places. But morning comes, and as you can see, the lighting in the morning is a little bit different. There's this uh, kind of like golden sun glow. Well, it happens also daytime, but it's now closer at morning time. Oh, there's bush that I have to fix. But yeah, this is truly shaping up to be a game. And it's kind of like crazy how this has evolved. As when I started this project, I wanted this to be this kind of like light-hearted adventure RPG, like Lands of Lore, but now it's more like some sort of mixture of maybe Ultima and dungeon crawlers. So I used to call this a dungeon crawler, but I don't know, can I do it anymore? Maybe this is a dungeon crawler RPG. But yeah, I really hope that you will enjoy this game once it will release, and I'm really excited that the early access is so close, even though there's still a lot to do, and I'm kinda like getting this panic that can I really make it or make everything that I want to make before the release. But we will see. At least these few last weeks will be exciting to me, at least. But this is it this time. And I don't know if I have time to make a new video before the real release. If I have, then I will make. If I don't, then I won't. But anyway, thanks for watching. I have to get back to work, so see you next time.